What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Glass Garage, where we make detailing simple. My name is Hawk, and today I have something special for you guys. First off, I apologize if I've been missing for the past month, but I do have about like 6-7 videos to record and to edit and publish and all this other stuff. And I've been sick for the past 2 weeks, very sick, and then before that my wife and my daughter were sick, so pretty much that's why I've been missing, just taking care of a bunch of stuff, and of course detailing when I could. And it's kind of hard to detail and record, it's a lot of work. So I apologize for that, and we're gonna do something special today. We got a brand new Tesla, and as you can see, it already has some staining and stuff on the plastic trim. And also we are going to give it the Labocosmetica Blindo and HPC, and we're gonna apply it on this Tesla Model Y. And trust me, you guys don't want to miss it, and let's get right into it. I'm recording this video after the fact, so this is considered the intro and the outro in one, and then we're gonna run through the video and the entire process. And today we're gonna coat it with Labocosmetica's Blindo Plus and HPC. It is their dual layer system, and that's what we're gonna do. And Blindo Plus, it is 100% resin, and this is what stays pretty much on your clear coat. It is a flexible resin that stays on your paint, but it's not really chemical resistant. So that's why we have HPC, which is 100% chemical resistant, to make it more hydrophobic, chemical resistant, and water repellent and stuff like that. The only disclaimers that we didn't use to prep the vehicle was we used a gold standard polish, which the owner really only got was a wash clean coat, but we wanted to ensure that we remove any type of wax sealant protection. All we did was 2 quick passes, pretty much zero polishing whatsoever, just to ensure we remove any type of wax or sealant that's on the paint. And for the wheels and tires, we use Ethos Total Wheel Cleaner, and for the tires, we use Armour Detail Supplies Tire Cleaner. That's about it, really. As for the prep process, Primus and Purifica. We used Nero for the tire dressing, Nero as the iron remover, diluted 1:4. Veritas as the panel prep, diluted 1:2 this time, because last time I used it 1:3 and somebody said that wasn't strong enough. Nitido for the glass cleaner, and then we use HPC to coat all the glass. And that's it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. All the products will be down below in the description for you guys to order. And let me know what you think about the results. And yeah. All right, everyone. Just to speed things up, we are using the gold standard polish to speed up the process. This is more of a cleaner polish. We're not even doing any correction. But one thing I do want to show is we did the Mazda. That's what we were doing all day first. Now we're doing this. And I will show you how we're polishing this vehicle. Like I said, technically not a polish, but look how bad Tesla paints are. Once I backed the car into the garage and we started doing this, look at the paint. Tesla is notorious for having crappy paint jobs, and we haven't even polished none of this, nothing. And I'm gonna show you the type of polishing that we're doing. Also, I do still apologize if I still sound a little bit nasally. I am editing these 6 videos within the next 2 to 3 days. This way I could just pump them out for all you on YouTube, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. And I will show you what we mean about this cleaner polish of using the gold standard polish. The owner did choose this on my virtual shop on Your Able when he chose the ceramic coating package. He knows that there is no real correction or anything that's being done. I just told him I'm just using a polish to remove any protection that was left behind on the vehicle. And as you saw on the intro, the tires were dressed, the plastic trim has some spots on it, and there was some slight water beading there when we prepped the vehicle, when I was using Primus and Purifica and all this stuff. So we just want to ensure that everything is just removed and prepped, that way Blindo and HPC can actually properly bond onto the paint. And this is all we're doing, just 2 quick section passes. Whatever is removed in terms of defects, it removes, or light swirls, and that's it. Nothing much to it, and that's all we did. And this is how the paint looks, and I will show you a clip right now on the next day on the door jambs on how the paint actually looks. All right, everyone, so I open the passenger door, and this is what the inside door jamb looks like. So whatever happened on the outside, it wasn't me, because I know a couple of you guys on the comment section are definitely gonna say I did something on the outside when I didn't, all right? So that's just proof right there. Now we're removing all the polish residue all around the vehicle. And then we're gonna put panel prep and then apply the coating. The coating we're gonna use is Blindo Plus and HPC from Labocosmetica. And that's it. We didn't remove any swirls, any scratches, really. This car is straight from factory. And we're gonna follow the same procedure, because the customer just got a wash, clean, coat, and we're just using this as insurance to make sure we remove any wax, sealant, whatever type of protection or any extra contamination that's on the paint, even though we did decontaminate it with a wash and a clay process. The reason why we are putting tape is because Teslas don't make the best trim, and even with the gold standard, although it doesn't stain trim whatsoever, I just don't like to take any precaution. I mean, any chances. Tesla's technology, self-driving, stuff like that is phenomenal. When it comes to their exterior and actual quality of the paint, it's not the best. If you guys watch Jason from Chicago Auto Pros, he actually has a video about his own Tesla that came in that wasn't new and had a bunch of factory defects off it. To do the panel prep step. And what Labo, we're gonna use Veritas. What Labo likes to do is you want to spray it directly onto the panel. I really don't like this method because it tends to have a lot of overspray, so I like to saturate my towel instead and just wipe in. I like using the gold standard polish for this reason, because we're just using it as a cleaner polish. We wiped off the excess residue with a damp rinseless towel that has no protection, and now we did 90% of the prep in itself. And then here is just wiping off any residual stuff left behind. And we're ensuring that we have a completely clean and bare panel. And also it is diluted 1:2 because other people said when I applied it 1:3, they said that's not a strong enough dilution ratio. They like to use a 1:2, and I will use it in a 1:2 dilution just for you all. And that's about it. The car looks great. Does it have its defects? Yes, it's a Tesla. That's what they're known for. But the good thing about it is that we want to protect the integrity of the clear coat anyways, and from there, the owner in the future can do it's a two-step, probably 2 years, 3 years down the line, when it actually really develops, you know, swirls or scratches on the paint, like things that are way more prominent. Quick look at how the unboxing of Blindo Plus and HPC. So this is how it looks like. And we're going to remove this out of the box. Whoops, just dropped the pamphlet. You got a pamphlet, tells you stuff about each coating and what maintenance products you can use. Same thing here, post-coating maintenance book as well. We're gonna put this to the side, and this is Labocosmetica's, like, their Hulk or flagship coating per se. This is like the best of the best that you can get. It's a 5-year coating, or they say 70,000 kilometers. Pretty much a 5-year coating. And STC and HPC is a 6-year coating, but the difference is that this is much more durable and gives a better shine and gloss. You unbox it like this. And you can use a regular applicator to apply any of these 2 coatings. You do not need to use their microfiber suede pads. That's just something to keep in mind. And that's what I learned from Reggie as well. And this is Blindo Plus, 100% physical coating, meaning it is a 100% resin. And I'm gonna shake this up for about a good 5-6 seconds. Same thing with HPC. And it's a dual layer coating. First you apply Blindo, wait 20 minutes, then you can apply HPC right over it. And what I'm going to do is apply Blindo here, and I will show you how it settles and sets up. I'm going to apply it just like this. I'm gonna set it up heavily on this cup. And that's it. We're not going to move this cup. We're gonna let it sit there for a bit, and time to apply this on the paint. We already used Veritas on the entire car. And let's show you how to apply Blindo. All right, so first what we're gonna do is apply Blindo on this from here to the rest of the car first. The reason for that is because it is raining and drizzling, and of course, you guys know I don't have a garage door. And it's gonna stop drizzling in about 30 minutes or so. Once we're done applying Blindo and HPC, we're just gonna back the car up, and then we'll just coat the last remaining half. That's about it. Let's get started with Blindo. I already shook it up, as you saw earlier, but I'll do it again. And they made Blindo a lot easier to apply. And when I was using this at the Labo training with Reggie, he said you could wait up to 2 to 3 minutes. And first you wanna prime your applicator. Put a lid on, put the lid back on. And he said you could do however motions you want. And it'll typically set in about 2 to 3 minutes. And you're ready to level off, depending on, of course, humidity. And ideally, right now, it is about 70, 71 degrees outside. And the humidity is pretty up there. So I'll give this about a 2-minute flash time, 2 to 3 minutes. And like he said, just apply it even. You could go in straight lines, circles. I did straight lines there. I'm gonna do circles on this side. Apply more Blindo Plus on this. And I'm gonna do circles right here. Doesn't matter. Just make sure you get even coverage. And there we go. Once you got even coverage, rainbow effect, and I'll bring you in. And the wipe off is a little bit grabby, per se. It turns to a little bit of a haze. And what they did with Blindo Plus, why it's called Blindo Plus and not 2.0, is because they actually improved their formula, meaning that everything is just the same. They just made it more, I guess, liquefied in their bottles, because what happened is sometimes a couple of their customers would get Blindo and it'll be fully cured inside the bottle. They just made it last a little bit longer, and that's about it. Just wiping the door handle here. I'll coat the door handle with HPC. And what I like to do as a test spot is, if it's grabby, that means you're a little bit too late. If it's, you know, easy to wipe off like you're pushing coating, that means you're a little too early. And I am going to do a quick wipe and see how it feels. And I got like another 15, 20 seconds left. The great thing about Blindo too is this gives crazy amount of gloss because of that like resin it leaves behind. And Labo doesn't promote it being a self-healing coating unless you actually really do 2 layers. But it still has some slight healing effect, especially in the sun. And it is the perfect wipe off time. Wow. Literally, it doesn't feel like I'm pushing coating. It is easy to level off. My towel is not wet whatsoever. Look, I flipped it. So this is just because like we said, it's a 1 to 2 minutes to wait. Here, if I put the shadow on, probably see a slight like rainbow a little bit / haze. And we level off. Grab your second towel. And also, just ensure you check for high spots, because high spots with Blindo is not fun whatsoever. And that's about it. I'm going to wait another 15 seconds for this area here on the left. Hopefully you can see that. 15, 20 seconds and level off. Very easy, simple to use coating. I will see you once we're ready to apply HPC. All right, it's been over 30 minutes and now we're going to apply HPC. And just look how nice and deep and rich the paint looks, because Blindo is 100% resin, like I said before, and physical. It can add microns actually to your paint. And we already did a couple of panels already. Just apply a little more of HPC on the applicator, and I could do the whole door. HPC is very, very, very easy to use. All we need to do is just apply it and wait 2 to 6 minutes depending on the temperature. Today is 70 degrees and pretty much the 2 minutes and 15 second mark is the perfect timing for this as well. And it will feel super grabby when you are applying HPC because of the Blindo that's underneath, because your towel literally grabs everything. It just feels super grabby and bumpy. Once you apply this, it's going to easily get slick after you do the buff off. When you're doing the initial wipe off or leveling, it's very grabby still, and you'll see my towel kind of roll a little bit. And that's it. So from here, it's a very easy, very simple. Just make sure you get even coverage. And what we're gonna do is wait until it beads up, and that's what it'll do. It's not a rainbowing indicator. It beads up with little bubbles, and that's when you know you're ready to level off. I will pause the video so you can see in about 2 minutes time on how it looks, or maybe 3 minutes. All right, it's been over 3 minutes, and as you can see right up here, it is beating up, and that's when you know it's ready to level off. Here it's starting to dry up a little bit, but that's fine. It'll easily wipe off. And like I said initially, first it'll feel a little bit grabby to level this coating or HPC, the top layer, because of Blindo. And also, this will give it its slickness, chemical resistance, all that other jazz. And as you can see, After I'm done doing the initial wipe and leveling, once I grab my secondary towel, it's a lot easier and smoother because it gives it its slickness. And that's it. Flip your towel as you need be. And we are done. Just double check your work, see if you missed any areas, and HPC will be applied on to the windshield as well, because this HPC could go on anything. All right, it is 12 hours later, and this is how I set up everything, because I'm going to set up the outro at the moment, but this is how the applicators harden up. We ended up using these auto fiber ones, and as you can hear the crunchiness, that's the Blindo, and HPC doesn't harden up really. You feel slight little roughness, but nothing whatsoever. And this is Blindo off of the cup. It still needs probably like another hour or two for it to fully harden, but this looks like the extra layer of clear coat. This is the resin that is actually on your paint, and it is flexible. You see that? And I just broke it, but it is a very flexible material. Obviously I pulled it very hard, and that's it. That is pretty much Blindo in a nutshell. It hardens to a clearer resin than the STC one from Labocosmetica. And here are the results. Let me know what you all think, but this card just looks gorgeous. That deep blue, and for some reason, don't ask me why, the hood just looks great. The paint, I don't know what it is, probably is on a certain angle or a certain shaded area, but the paint just looks gorgeous. It just looks amazing, glossy, shiny. The owner was just literally just stunned on the results, and hopefully you all enjoy the video and enjoy the process. And other than that, I will see you all on the next one. Peace.